Seated. So we're going into the proceedings, and we're going to have a very special gentleman join us to do the welcome remarks. Christopher Brian Austin George is a 2016 Olympian and holds the distinction of being the first person from Trinidad and Tobago to qualify for the Olympics in the sport of judo. First, we're talking about first. Christopher currently holds the post of interim athlete committee president for the TTOC. Mr. George now practices law and works in the chambers as an attorney. So beyond being an athletic person, he's also an attorney. So I welcome Mr. Christopher George.
Hi, good morning. So my name is Christopher George. Thank you so much, Akisha, for the introduction. I also want to reaffirm something that you said that resonated with me, that I think as athletes, we have superpowers. You need a certain level of tenacity to be an athlete, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, a relatively small country, but I do believe that we have capacity, and part of the goal of the Athletes Commission is to allow us to use the resources that we have, some resources that athletes don't know about, and connect us also as all national federations. So my task now is to welcome every athlete that is here, and I would start off with the formalities. Ms. Diane Henderson, President of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. Mr. Brian Lewis, the past President of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, current Secretary General of the Caribbean Association of Olympic Committees, Mr. Dave Williams, who is a speaker today, Miss Maria Thomas, distinguished guest, particularly I just got introduced to another first, our first bobsled Olympian, Mr. Gregory's son, who is here today, other Olympians, athletes of the National Federation. Welcome. I just wanted to start off with why this is important to me particularly. My Olympic cycle was between 2012 and 2016, and as the first athlete to compete or to try to actually qualify for the Olympics in the sport of judo, I felt quite isolated. I must say that Mr. Lewis, Ms. Henderson, and the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee were monumental in helping me go through that journey. But I felt that because I was the only athlete, there was a limited network of other athletes that were going through similar processes. I know Nigel could confirm this in the sport of boxing, being the first or an athlete kind of in a special place. And what I hope the Athletes Commission can be is obviously you are here today. You are going to meet other athletes from national federations so that we form some sort of kinship. And then also through the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, we're able to connect maybe 1, 2, 3 times a year through events like this. So again, thank you for being here and welcome.
So thank you for those welcome remarks. We're going to now have the opening remarks by Ms. Diane Henderson. She needs no introduction because she's awesome as she is. So I'm going to welcome her to the stage to give you the opening remarks for this amazing forum today.
Thank you. Good morning. Athletes, come on, let's get it from the gut. Good morning. All right. When we have to use the gut in order to get that out, right? So we all know about that. Okay, so immediate past president, Mr. Brian Lewis, chair, interim committee for the Athletes Commission, Christopher George. I understand we have a message from Brendan Williams from the Caribbean Athletes Commission, as well as I understand Mr. Gregory's son is here. We can talk later. Welcome, and thank you for being here. Also, the executive members, inclusive of Mr. Dave Williams, who is going to speak later, other executive members who are intended to attend of the TTOC and Trinidad and Tobago Commonwealth Games Association, TTCGA, as well as our other members of the interim committee, Quanisha, Reza Grant, and I don't think Cleopatra is here with us. However, just thanking them for the work that they're doing to get this all done today. Athletes, of course, invited guests, and the media, thank you for being here this morning. Right, so in line with the IOC's Agenda 2020 recommendation number 3, which was aimed at reinforcing athletes' rights and responsibilities, and which encompass various areas, including safeguarding, as well as the Athlete 365 education. Some of you all might be familiar. The Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee made strategic decisions, as well as took proactive steps, recognizing the importance of establishing and ensuring the functionality of this Athletes Commission. The TTOC updated its constitution and formed an interim committee, culminating in this convening of this forum here today through that committee. Today marks a significant milestone, initiating open communication among all parties and directly integrating the athlete's voice into discussions with the aim of promoting equity and fairness across all relevant domains. The TTOC empathizes greatly with the challenges faced by athletes and is fully committed to providing support in all areas, all aspects. We eagerly anticipate witnessing all sporting organizations achieve this milestone by establishing their own Athletes Commission with governance focus, of course, thereby increasing transparency and serving as a crucial link between athletes, the committee, and stakeholders. Obviously, as we know, this is an Olympic year, so it's very important that this is happening now and the way forward. It's not for just now, but point is that we expect it to go the long haul. In the interim, however, our priority remains ensuring that our TTO athletes are well informed about